Hey everybody, it's Amanda from PerfectionismPrints, and today I'm going to be talking about how I incorporate the GTD system into my daily and weekly planning. So if you watched my GTD video, you saw how the workflow goes for that, and I'm still using that system. I am currently in a personal wide ringed planner by Gillio for Wrens, and I did an unboxing of this royal blue planner a few weeks back. When I unboxed it, I really wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it because I had really had my mind set on getting a black or a gray planner, but they weren't in stock at the time, so I got the blue. But oh my goodness, you guys, I know the video is not about this, but I just want to give you a quick update because I am so in love with this planner. The color is beautiful, but it's more than that. It's the way that the leather feels that has just made me fall head over heels. I mean, this is the most soft, supple, good smelling leather that I have ever felt in my entire life. And I mean, I've only had this thing for, I don't know, a month whenever I posted that last video. And I feel like it's already started to patina and it's gotten softer, like from the oils from my hands. And I mean, it is just beautiful. It brings me joy every day when I get to use it. So I'm so glad that I took the chance and ordered the royal blue because I just love it. Now, the problem is I have ordered another Gillio since then, and it wasn't anywhere near as soft and wonderful as this one. So now I'm kind of afraid this has spoiled me for other planners. But you know, all Gillios are beautiful. It's just this one is particularly so. So anyway, I will stop talking about the planner now and get into the planning system. But I did just want to give you an update on how that's going. So anyway, first let's talk about weekly planning. So for my weekly planning right now, I'm using the week on one page insert just to kind of give me an overview of my week. I have a blank one here because I am going to do a mock week here on the camera. It's really hard for me to show my actual planning pages because I have a lot of private information on there. I use my planner at work, so I have information like about patients on there. I mean, I don't use their names, but I have chart numbers and things like that, or medication notes in here and stuff. And I don't feel comfortable showing that. So that's why I keep doing these mock spreads, because it's just not feasible for me to show my actual planning pages a lot of the time. So I'm gonna sit down and show you how I would plan a week on my week on one page. So first, I'm a highlight before I write kind of girl. All right, so let's say I'm planning this week, October 26th through November 1st. This is week 44. This highlighter is the brand is, let's see if I can get that on here, Kokuyo. I know I'm saying that wrong, but that's what it is. And then it's the Mark Two Tone color marker, and it has this cool double-sided tip. I'm sure that's probably not showing up on here very well. I'm trying to do like the beauty guru thing here, putting it against my hand, but I'm filming on my iPhone camera. Anyway, so it has blue on one side and gray on the other, and they have like all kinds of, well, I don't know, all kinds of different colors. I think they have 5 different color combinations with this gray, and they have other combinations too that don't have the gray, but anyway, I really like this thing because then you don't have to pull out 2 highlighters to get 2 colors. So first I fill in my dates. I go back and forth between Sunday and Monday start. I definitely need a Sunday start on my monthly spread because in the US it's just so ubiquitous to have the Sunday start on the monthly that it really messes me up to have a Monday start on the monthly. And so I've tried to do a Sunday start on my weekly too, to try to make that match to the monthly. But I just have a really hard time doing a Sunday start on the weekly. I like to do my planning on Sundays, and so I don't know. So first what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll look at my monthly calendar and I'll put down like events from that are on the monthly calendar. So I'm not going to show the monthly calendar because of privacy reasons. I didn't do a mock spread of that, but I'm just going to write down the things that I can here. I'm copying this from my actual weekly spread for this week. I'm just kind of editing out the parts that I can't show. All right, so we have a birthday. Happy birthday, Gavin. Work. I had a meeting at 12:30. I'm filming this on Wednesday, so that's why I'm talking about Monday in the past tense. All right, and then for Tuesday, we have payday and work. Wednesday, I am filming this video, but I usually only put like actual timed events or major, like all day events or something on here. So any to-dos or anything I'll put in this other column. Okay, so I don't work on Wednesdays, and then Thursday I work, Friday work. I use open circles to mark events, which is a carryover from bullet journaling. And then like once I'm done doing that thing, then I fill in the circle. If I didn't do it, I would put a slash through it to designate that I didn't complete it. All right, my camera's going all over the place. This is really high production here, guys. All right, so Tuesday I worked. Now, see, I'm already getting distracted. So Saturday is Halloween. And my son has a soccer game. My son is 4, and last weekend we had his very first soccer game ever, and it was kind of disastrous. Like, he did not listen to the coach. He was all over the place. My son is very high energy, and he is very strong-willed. He comes by that naturally. But he had a good time, so that's the important thing, right? And then Sunday, we have church. All right, now what I do for the list section here is I use the lines here next to each day to list out like what I would like to get done that day. And this is the only place that I will write not date specific tasks on a certain date, because the GTD system, you're not supposed to write tasks that are not date specific on your calendar. You're supposed to write them on your next actions list. But because I do like to get a sense of what I want to do when. This is like my space, my designated spot to do that. So like this day I wanted to call the doctor's office. I wanted to sign up with Aflac. Started a new job and we get some of our benefits through them. Let's see. That's all that I absolutely need to get done on Monday. On Tuesday, I want to balance the budget. I usually do that on paydays. Budgeting is like the one thing that I do not use an analog system for, because it's just, because of all the adding and everything, it's just so much easier to use my phone. So I use the YNAB, or You Need a Budget app, to do my budget, and I've been using that for like 4 years now. It's great. Now, if only the app could make me stick to my budget, it would be even better. All right, and then Wednesday, I want to film this video. Hey, I'm doing that. Gold star. And I want to do laundry. I want to upload all of my inserts for PerfectionismPrints in Happy Planner mini size. Hey, I already did that too. And I want to update the freebie for my shop. I already did this too, actually. So I added 2 sizes to my freebie printable, personal wide and Happy Planner mini, and you can access those through a link in the announcement section of my Etsy shop. There's also a link in my Instagram bio for that. All right, so on Thursday, I don't really have anything to do. Well, I mean, there's like, I have a lot of things to do, but nothing that's like out of the ordinary that I wouldn't already be doing. All right, and then Friday, I am covering my coworkers' messages. So funny thing, I mentioned I started this new job, and if you have been in the planner community for a while, you know that like you have to temper your excitement about planners when you're talking to like people in your everyday life, because they just don't get it. And they'll think you're like a really big weirdo if you tell them that you own a million planners and spend all this time planning as a hobby. But my coworker, I'm not going to say her name on here because I don't know if she would want me to. She is also into planners, and so I shared with her like my Gillio, and I gave her a link to my my shop, not as like some sort of weird marketing ploy. I don't know, it was like me being very vulnerable actually, but she was really nice about it, and I felt like I'm working with somebody who understands. So that was really nice. And then Saturday, let's see, we're gonna have to put out candy for trick-or-treaters. And we're getting flu shots at Walgreens. Everyone get your flu shot this year. It's really important with COVID. That's my medical public service announcement today. And then Sunday, I want to plan next week. Do more laundry. Meal plan. All these normal Sunday things. My life isn't that exciting, but I mean, this is what I do. So now I have everything down, like all of my major appointments and events for the week. And then like the priorities of the things that like I absolutely would like to get done on these days. So I do this at the beginning of every week, usually on Sunday night. And then every day, or sometimes the night before, I will go to my daily page and I will fill that in. So I'm just gonna do one for tomorrow. So I usually like highlight the day there. And tomorrow is somehow the 29th of October. How did that happen? And then what I'll do is I will fill in anything that absolutely has to be done on this day, like it's due on this day. A lot of times this kind of stuff will already be here. Like if I knew, for instance, that I had a grocery order I had to pick up, let's just say I did, then I would put that on here because that's day specific. I usually put on here, because it's a day that I'm working, I want to finish all of my progress notes from patients I've seen. And maybe I want to do an Instagram post. All right, so these are all day specific things. Then what I will do is I will go to the weekly. Okay, so then I go to my weekly spread, and we'll just kind of take this out here so we can see both at once. And I'll look at what I wanted to get done for this day. So right now, the only thing on my schedule for Thursday is work. So I usually will designate that on there. We'll say work. And then I'll get into work and I'll look at my schedule. I have a couple of daily meetings with the physician I work for, so I'll usually put those down. I will look and see when my lunch is scheduled for the day, because it kind of varies a little bit. If I have any new patients coming in, I will mark those on here because those appointments are longer and they take a little bit more prep. So I'm not looking at my schedule, but let's just say that I have a new patient here and I have a new patient here. So I put an I for initial. And that way, like at a glance, when I'm looking at my schedule, I know that I will need those blocks for patients, for new patients. So anyway, I put all of my appointments into the schedule, and then like I'll look over here. Okay, this is a really bad example because I don't actually have anything written down on Thursday, but let's pretend that I did. Let's say that on Thursday, I really wanted to organize my desk. Okay, so then I would see, oh, hey, yeah, I'd really like to get that done today. And I'd try to look at my schedule and figure out a time I could fit that in. So maybe I can do that like when I first come into work. All right, now you'll notice I did not write organized desk on my daily task list. And that's because it doesn't absolutely have to be done, but I did put it on my schedule. So it's kind of in my mind that if I can get to that, that'd be really nice. And then once I do all of that, then I will figure out what my daily priorities are. And those could be tasks that I've written here. They could be an appointment. It could be something else. Like right now I am working on trying to lose some baby weight. So one of my daily priorities is going to be track calories on MyFitnessPal. Another priority is going to be wake up at 5:30 a.m. to do my morning routine. And then let's say my third priority is to do that Instagram post. So I might be a little bit more specific about what I want to do here. So Instagram, we'll just say daily planner spread. All right. So, I mean, if I wanted to, I could white this out, or, you know, I could not even write it here to begin with. But I usually find, like, I like to list out my tasks as they kind of come into my head without having to worry about, ooh, is this one of my top 3 priorities? Like, I don't like to think about what my priorities are until I already have everything written down, because then I don't forget anything that I have to get done. Like, it really bothers me if I already have 3 things written up here and then I'm like, oh crap, but I really, really need to get this other thing done today too. You know, once I like plan my schedule out or something. So I try to do all that first and then write my priorities. In this little remember box up here, like sometimes I'll write scripture for the day. Sometimes, like, it's not anybody's birthday today, but let's just say that it was. We'll say, let's just say Gavin's birthday was Thursday, even though it's not. I just want to show you what I use that for. You could also use this space for any kind of reminder, like, hey, I have a bill due today, or I don't know, anything like that. And then if I'm going through my day and, okay, let's say that at 9 o'clock, I have a patient who doesn't show up, so I have 30 minutes of free time. Well, then I might go to my next actions list and scan down the work column and see what tasks on there I can get done for work when I have a few minutes. But I don't write those tasks on the daily page unless they absolutely have to get done that day. So hopefully that makes sense. Another thing I do sometimes is if I am having time to like go through my next actions list, let's say I completed something that was part of a project, which I always designate with a P, then I might go to my project section and cross that off and then see like what the next task is in that project and move that task to my next actions list, because you constantly want to be evaluating your projects for next actions. And yeah, so anyway, that is pretty much how I plan my weeks and my days. And then as the day goes on too, I forgot to say this, I also will add things to my inbox as they come into my head. And then at the end of every day, I will process my inbox, which doesn't mean you do the things that are in your inbox. It means that you organize them on the correct list. So I do that as throughout the day as well. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions, and thanks for staying with me this long. Bye-bye.